Hello. Uh, yeah, today I'm going to teach you how to make smooth transitions, like the one of my edits. Okay, let's go. So before we start, first thing you want to do, you click DaVinci Resolve and go to keyboard customization, and you can search compound clip and bind it to C, and split clip, you can bind it to K, and Fusion, so open Fusion, somewhere here. Yeah, open in Fusion, set that to X. Those are just my keybinds, what I'm going to be using for this. Okay, so first you put your Fusion composition from the effects into your timeline. Oh, and my settings are, so I have it on, you have to do this before you drag on, but my timeline frame rate is 60 and my resolution is 1080 by 1080 square, just in case you wanted to know. Okay, so go to wherever your beats are. I'm going to mark it every 30 frames, so every half a second, just as an example, because I have no music. You can mark your beats with M on your keyboard, and you can press it again to change the color and the name, some notes. So at the end, press K to cut the clip, click this and press backspace to delete it. Now you can press this so that it loops when you press space to like play. And there's also these two things, so this is snap, so this just like snaps it to the beats. You can turn it off, but I have it on. Link clips, this is it's like links it to the music if you have music, so when you drag this the music will come with it, but I usually have that off. And position lock, it just like makes it so you can't move things. Okay, so let's get into Fusion. It's going to press X, you click it and press X, just wait a second, it should take you into Fusion. Okay, now I'm going to drag in. Okay, so here's my image. You can press 1 to view on the left and 2 to view on the right, but I usually have the media out on the right. You take this, you drag it, you put it on the media out. What I usually do is you can press shift space to open this up, and I'm going to find a crop, and I'm going to put it through here. You can hold shift and drag it into the line, and when you see this blue line here, you let go, and yeah, it should insert that. Now over here, you press keep centered, and yeah, that should be right. So that's the this here should be the thing of your timeline, so the resolution. And now you can transform here, make sure it's this one, the one without the XF, have it after this one, and just zoom in like that. Now if you want, you can add a sharpen in case you lose too much quality. There you go. And you hover over it, press, what I'm going to do, put background into it, into this, which is the mask. You put it in here. Now select these, press Ctrl G to group it, name it clip, and delete this. So now you have your clip and your media out. You can control and scroll out to see the full thing, because sometimes this bar up here can like cut out a bit to the top, which you don't want. You want to see the full edit. Okay, now what you want to do, you're going to start off with the transition. So I'm going to make it 3D. So I'm going to go up here, playback, timeline playback resolution, set it to quarter. This basically reduces the quality, so it's like less laggy, but at the same time it will make it way easier to animate. So next what you do, you take this off and you add a shape 3D like this. You drag it into the yellow scene input. Oh wait, no, sorry. The green material input. And you can press Alt and hold middle click to like rotate around. Hold middle click to move around. And yeah, control mouse wheel to zoom. Okay, so now you got the basic controls. You change the shape to cube. And what I'm going to do, shift space, type in XF for transform. Press shift space on this and type in BG for background. Set the operator to under. And I'm going to make this smaller and make the background white. So now you have a white outline for your clip. Okay. Now what you want to do, type in 3XF for a transform 3D. Type in camera 3D. Have a camera. And render 3D. And you can drag this onto the media out. You should see something like this. You select the camera and you move it back with this arrow so you get, what you want over here. And now you make your transition. Okay, so you get the first 2 beats. So this will be this is going to be like the main one. So we're going to keyframe, scale, and all the rotation values. So now we're going to go to the second one, just here, and make another keyframe. Oh, and you might not see this. If you don't see it, you press spline just over here. Okay. Now we want to do, you're going to press this. So now you can see both of them equally. And you're going to change these values at the start to however you want. So I'm going to rotate it like this. And turn this all the way down. Now, what you want to do with the spline, you hide this by clicking this twice. Go into X scale and you make a graph looking like this. Something like this. So you can see it goes out. You do this on all of them. So this one doesn't have one, so you can just ignore this. So yeah, you have your first transition. Okay. Now, what you want to do, you can make another transform. Whenever you do a transition, so when you're making it on this beat, for example, you want to do it 1 beat before and 1 beat after to make the transition smoother. So if I want to make it turn around, keyframe this and go to the next one. Set it to 180 about. Yeah. 180. Yeah, now what you can do, you hide this and you make an S graph like that. So yeah, that's how I do it. Now I'm gonna add a RSMB. This is motion blur. It is paid. It's from Revision FX, so it's Boris FX. If you want a free motion blur that looks slightly worse, here's what you can do. So you go into Render 3D, Settings, turn on Motion Blur, set the quality to 5, shutter angle all the way up, and center bias all the way down. Now this will work, it will be a lot laggier though. So here, as you can see, there you go. So we'll make motion blur for you. It can look better, but it will lag a lot more, which is why you always add it after and have the playback as, so you can set it, I'm going to set it to full just so I can see what it's going to look like. You got to wait for it to like render it out, and you're going to see this first bit. See? Okay. So yeah, that's basically all I can teach you. The rest is just like thinking of your own transitions you can do. Might make more tutorials like how to import Roblox avatars, which is, you can already find that on NFX's channel. I'll link that in the pinned comment. And there's also like how to make like other shapes in 3D in general. So yeah, I'll make more tutorials like I'll make more tutorials later, but if you couldn't tell, it's quite late, and so yeah, we'll see, really. This is how the free motion blur works. Oh, there's one more method actually. If you want I think it's slightly less laggier, there's a different method. So what you want to do, you add optical flow, and then add vector motion blur, like this. And you can adjust the values however you want. You can turn the motion blur up. You can keep it low. I'm going to keep it the normal one. So yeah, as you can see, it's faster. Yeah. If you want me to tell you the way that the reason it's faster is because basically with my one, the RSMB, it does the same thing as this one, just faster. With this one, it renders every frame, so we'll render 5 frames forward and 5 frames backwards and use that. So it'll take like 5-10 times as long. So not very good performance wise. But it does look better because it's always accurate. As you can see, this has some flaws sometimes. So does RSMB, but RSMB is the best one that works for me. If you want, I can create like plugins and stuff you can just drag on to have like presets. Like I have made some for myself, like shake ones. But yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.